everyone. Today I'm going to be making for you a risotto with mushrooms. I hope you enjoy it. There's just a few simple ingredients to make this rice. What I like to use is arboreal rice, and I have here 1.5 cups. I just want to show you something. It's round. It's not as thin as long grain rice. So you're going to need 1.5 cups of this. You're going to need a little Parmesan cheese, some salt, some pepper. You're going to need half of a lemon, 4 tablespoons of butter, 2 garlic cloves, a small onion, 1/3 cup of white wine, 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms, some chicken broth. It's going to probably take this whole entire box, which is 32 ounces. And you're going to need a little parsley and a little oil for saute. I'm going to start first by chopping an onion. So this is the pan that I'm going to be using. Traditionally, this is used to make paellas or certain seafood dishes, but this is the one that works best for me. So you want to go ahead and start heating your pan, and you're going to add a little bit of oil, about maybe 2-3 tablespoons, and then you go ahead and you start sauteing your onions. In the meantime, you could start chopping your garlic. You don't want to add it right away because it will burn and your whole dish will be bitter. So what I like to do is I place my knife right on top of the garlic and I give it a nice little smash, and it peels real easy. And then you could go ahead and chop it. Onions are nice and toasty. Not burned, just toasty, a little bit of color on them. You can go ahead and add your rice, and you give it a stir. At this point, I'm just going to season this with just a little sprinkling of salt and also a little sprinkling of pepper. And you'll notice that the rice starts to turn very white. It loses its opaqueness, turns white. So you give this about 2 minutes, and then you're going to take your broth and you're going to add about 5 tablespoons. So what you want to do is you have to go ahead and add the broth little by little until it absorbs it, and once it does, you add a little bit more. So you're just going to move this around a little bit. You have a little patience with it. It will soak up all of the broth. Now I'm ready to put the 3rd level of broth in here, but before I do that, you could start adding your butter a little at a time. In the meantime, while that's doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and start chopping the parsley. Just want to point something out to you that maybe like 20 minutes into the process, you'll notice that the rice starts to expand. So this process up until now, you're looking at maybe 25 minutes, and we're just going to add just a little bit what's left of the fluid. So when you get to the point where you can gently move the rice over to one side of the pan, for the most part, that's when you're going to go ahead and add your mushrooms. And you let them do its thing. You're going to make a little spot here where you're going to add your butter, your last piece of butter, and you're going to add your garlic. The one thing I want to explain to you about the mushrooms is, if you noticed, I had put all of the rice to one side and I sauteed them on half of the pan. You can, however, saute them when you do your onions, but they tend to get a little too dark for me and they lose its bite and its flavor. So what I do is I add them when I told you, and that's the reason for me doing it that way. Once your mushrooms are sauteed, just a couple of minutes, you go ahead and you add your wine. Raise the heat a little bit, move your pan closer to where the flame is, and you start to incorporate everything all together. For a little freshness, we're going to add half of a lemon. And you're going to just continue to cook this for maybe about another 6 to 8 minutes. Once your rice is all done here, the final step is to sprinkle it with a little bit of parsley. By the way, these little cups here are compliments of my daughter. I love using these. They're easy to care for, they're easy to wash, and if you forget the measurements, they're written on the back. And to serve, I add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. This is the final dish, and I hope you enjoy it.